Hello, everybody. This is
Hello.
Kenny here, and that's Noelle Summit.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
how's it going?
I think it's going swell. I think it's what the voices are telling me today, but
Well, I hope you and the voices are doing well on this fine evening. Thank you and the voices for joining me.
you're
Um,
welcome.
so with 2024 winding down, um, how you feeling about the year that you and the voices have had? What are some of your favorite matches or moments that stood out to everyone involved? How do you feel about this year for the most part?
I personally, I personally feel this was the year Noelle Summit stepped her foot in to the independent wrestling scene. I believe this was the year that I really loosened my strings, cut my strings loose and let them through all of independent wrestling. Not all of independent wrestling, but some of independent wrestling. I've been all the way in Indiana. I've been all the way in Arizona. I've been one side of the country, this side of the country. I've been living out of a suitcase for weeks on end. It's it's been the year that's made me feel like a wrestler. Wait,
That's
wait. Sorry, I wasn't talking to you, the voices. Anyway,
that's good to hear. Good to see that you and the voices have had the year that y'all had. And speaking of Indiana, that is where I met you and the voices
yes.
up close and personal
Yes.
for Hooligan Championship Wrestling, and you went up against Allie Albright in that show, and you and the voices picked up the victory that day.
We
Um,
did. I remember.
so so
And I don't care what anybody says. There was no left nonsense. I don't care what anyone says. I won fair and square.
I
But
believe
continue,
I
continue.
I believe you. I believe you. For anyone that wants to watch that match or the entire show for that matter, you can check out Hooligan Championship Wrestling on YouTube. They have the full show on their page, and you can watch it. A lot of good wrestling on there, and you can
Mhm.
watch Noel and Allie face each other. You
I'm
made
no one's bestie.
it. Yeah, you made it. Yeah, two complete opposites in that
But
matchup.
I will give that awful little ray of sunshine some credit. When you asked me about some of my favorite matches
Mm-hmm.
of the past year, that one sticks out. It was the most. I don't want to admit it, and I would never ever admit it to her face, so don't show this to her. But sometimes that little ray of friendly sunshine is infectious, and I dare I say I was having a little bit of fun. But don't.
I hear you loud. Hear you loud and clear. Uh, yeah. Um, as someone that has seen her on numerous occasions, she is that bit of sunshine. That
Too much.
yeah, too much, but yeah, that's just how she operates, and you know, it is what it is. So go check out Hooligan Championship Wrestling Independent World on their YouTube page and continue to support them. They got a lot in store for 2025, and maybe Miss Summit will make her return in
Yeah.
2025. So stay tuned for that. Um, so Miss Summit and Voices. Um, I want to talk about the voices. So talk about the interaction, the aura that these voices have. What makes you and the voices click when it comes to
Mm.
just going through the life of a wrestler? How would you describe the relationship between you and the voices? Is what I'm asking.
Sometimes when I'm out there and I'm selling merchandise to the kiddos, they'll come up to me and they'll ask, "You're not really crazy. You're not really crazy." And the thing is to do what I do, you have to be a little crazy. Just 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 a tad, and that's the thing. They don't expect the craziness. They don't expect the craziest craziness. So when I come out, it blows them. It blows them away. It catches them off guard. The voices, the strings that once were attached that I've now cut off,
Yeah.
they've driven me. My past failures have driven me, past mistakes have driven me. And now looking into 2025, because though 2024 was great, there were mistakes made, there were some things, some opportunities I would love to get. So all you have to do is just turn the voices on and off. I hope that makes sense.
Yes. Yes, it does. Miss Summit and voices. Um, yeah, like in wrestling in general, regardless of your walk of life, I've always believed that, yeah, you do have to, you got to be crazy to go through this lifestyle of being a professional wrestler. Because that hurts. It's going to hurt you physically and mentally.
Just gotta
Um,
just gotta giggle through the pain.
yeah, you just have to work through the pain, and at the end of the day, you leaving moments that fans will be talking about to their loved ones and to their peers and social media. Wrestling is about creating moments, and I believe you are a firm example of that. I seen how you interact with the kids during the intermission at the Indiana show,
They
and
better have the shots.
yeah,
Attention, parents, if you're bringing your little gremlins to the show, they better have the shots.
yeah,
Continue.
yeah. If you're a parent and if your child or children, as in plural, find themselves anywhere near Miss Summit and voices, you better have the parent close by because yeah, I mean she's yeah she will scare them away. I seen it firsthand. She'll have a little fun, but she'll scare you. So I'm just saying, yeah. So with everything that you've done, with everything you have accomplished in 2024, what are your goals for 2025? What are your goals, not just you, but the voices? What are your goals for next
I think one of my goals is to stumble my way to Dreamwave. It's been in my mind. I've seen it, and I've tiptoed around social media, crept around watching and waiting. And that's the opportunity I want to stumble towards this 2025 season. And on top of that, I have unfinished business at Honor Among Wrestling with Reagan Liddell. I was this close. If the referee's back was turned for just a second longer and I was able to just I would have been champion. So that's my goal for 2025.
I love Dreamwave. I love Dreamwave. I love what they're doing. I love the variety of talent that they have there. They just had an awesome show this past weekend, recently, and of course in Illinois, and they are they're one of the top women wrestling promotions, not just in the Midwest but in this country. So they get wrestlers from all over the world. They've had big names. They've had fast rising stars on there. And you know what? They could sure need some Noelle Summit on their show. They could need some more chaos. They could need more intensity. They could have more insanity added to their show. You fill the void for that. Those, you have the attributes to fit in Dreamwave. And yeah, Dreamwave, if anybody knows anyone from Dreamwave, booking, manager, promoter, whatever the case may be, yeah, give Noelle a call. She'll get in touch with you, or maybe the voices. But I'm pretty sure Noelle, she answers.
Whoever is in check today?
Yeah, whoever's in check. Yeah, for sure. So yeah. I appreciate you, Noelle, for joining me for
Absolutely.
one of the most unique interviews that I have ever had. Uh,
Absolutely.
very, very unique. I enjoyed it. Um, I just so you know, from my experience with you in person, I don't think you're crazy. I just think you're misunderstood. Do you believe that?
Exactly.
Do you believe what do you say to people that haven't interact with you in person, that looks at the photos, that looks at the videos and say, that woman's crazy? What would your response to be to those who never interacted with you? Say these things.
Even even the crazy ones have a sensitive side, a sweet side. Would you say, like the kiddos? The kiddos, they love me sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like you got to know the person before you can paint the picture. Um, as the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
So and when I saw Noelle in person, my first impression is that she is a menace. She's a menace to be dealt with. And when I met her, look, what you see is what you get. The Noelle Summit that you see in the photos, in the videos, it's the same Noelle Summit you're going to get. You're going to get all of the voices. You're going to get the energy that she brings, and it's just how you interact with her. So, um, Noelle, very, it was a pleasure of having you
The
on this
pleasure is all
platform.
mine.
So, thank you so much for your time. I wish you the absolute best in 2025.
Too.
And before I let you go, where can people find you in social media?
I am at Noelle Summit on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, Blue Sky. All of them, I'm on all of them. You can come find me on all of them at
Okay.
Noelle Summit.
And we
Although if
just,
you don't,
yeah, yeah, and we just got our first Black Blue Sky mention on this platform. So yeah, she is on Blue Sky as
I'm
well.
on all of them.
She's everywhere. And so you got any upcoming shows before the holidays, or
Yes,
you got any
yes,
confirmed shows that you need to promote?
yes, yes, yes. The last show of the year for the Marionette Noel Summit is when she stumbles her way to Reno, Nevada for Wild Wild West Championship Wrestling, where I face the Wild Wild West Championship Wrestling Women's Champion Laura Frazier. I might walk away. I might walk into Christmas with a few pounds heavier, if you know what I'm saying. I might be winning some gold this Saturday. We'll see if Miss Laura can handle me. I'm unique. But it's in it, and the show is for a wonderful cause. It is for a toy drive. For the kiddos.
All about the kids. All about the kids. Check that out at Nevada this weekend and support independent wrestling and support your favorite wrestlers. So this will conclude the interview. Follow her on all social media platforms at Noelle Summit and check her out, and she'll let y'all know when her upcoming shows will be. But you enjoy the remainder of your evening. To you and the voices, I want to thank the voices for also being a part of the platform of the show. I believe that just you and the voices are basically a team. Everybody gets together, being on the same page, and teamwork makes the dream work. So you have a good evening,
You as
voices,
well,
and
and all
in
the
this
people
summit.
out there.
And you have a good night. Thanks again for your time.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna wave. Bye bye.